Hi folks, Blake here and I hope you're doing well. Now I'm back with another music related video and we're just into the start of February of 2022. So I thought I'd go through 5 more fantastic musicians, some recent releases that they have and you may not have heard of them, and these are definitely people you want to check out. As always, be sure to support local musicians and try and help them thrive and kind of reach the next step in their career. And if you have any suggestions for musicians I should mention on this series, then please do let me know. As well as that, as always, the link for everyone I've ever featured in this series is down below. I've made a Spotify playlist where I featured every track that's been on this playlist and is on the streaming site as well. And all the links you need for everyone I mentioned in the video are also in the description below. So if you like the sound of anything you hear, make sure to go and check them out and go and support local musicians. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, so the first person I'm going to mention in this month's episode is Alex Bailey. He's a very talented and London-based kind of alternative folk singer-songwriter, and he's got absolutely loads and loads of music on streaming sites, so make sure to go and check him out on Spotify. There's a lot of lovely stuff on there. So recently he released a kind of beautiful full EP and it was called Skipping Stones. It was released last year. Intricate kind of guitar-led folk music and with some really great songwriting as well. And his most recent single which he released is called Small Town Boy, and that's also up there. Again, all the links you need are below and make sure to go and check that out. It's really beautiful sound and kind of reminded me a little bit of something kind of really earthy and organic folk music. It made me think of someone maybe like Jose Gonzalez, that sort of person. Really cool music and I really enjoyed it. And I want to show you a video that Alex has actually made. So this is of one of his older songs. It's actually called Used Car Salesman, and it's quite an in-depth and profound song about the kind of trials and tribulations of this person and what they're going through. And Alex performed a live version of the song. It's lovely. There's some really nice harmonies. There's some really nice little guitar patterns that are introduced as well. It works so well together. You've got a kind of great organic tone of the kind of acoustic, and then you've got some really nice kind of ethereal electronic guitar sounds as well, so it's really beautiful when it's been put together. And this is a little bit of the video. So this is Alex Bailey performing one of his original songs, and the song is called Used Car Salesman.
I'm a used car salesman way past his prime. Speak to me, angel, holding on so tight. Let me be the one, spend your afterlife, even if it's secret, hidden from their eyes. All my love, beyond the grave, remain my poltergeist. I wish that I could let you go.
If you enjoyed that, please go and listen to Alex on streaming sites where you can hear all of his music, and also go and check him out on socials where he posts everywhere he's playing in and around London and beyond as well. So next up we have Sophie Celeste. Now Sophie is based in Hertfordshire, and I actually met her a couple of weeks ago when we were playing at an open mic event. She's got some very cool music and she's just released a new song and it's called Escapism. It was released at the end of January. So Escapism is a really cool song, and it goes from a kind of lo-fi chilled out background in terms of the instrumentals that come in, and then going into her doing some spoken word and moving into a really kind of soulful kind of R&B infused electronic sound. It's really lovely stuff. She's a great singer and a really dynamic performer as well, and there's just a really great vibe to the track, so I'll be sure to show you a little bit of it. And she's recently done a live video performance of this, which I'll show a little bit of in a moment. So when I saw Sophie at the open mic a few weeks ago, I thought that her music was very cool and it reminded me of someone maybe like KTB, like some kind of background cool electronic music and then some really clear and really well performed vocals as well. And this is just a really great song, and I can definitely see myself listening to it kind of as part of my standard playlist really. So you can get Sophie Celeste as Sophie Celeste on all socials, but she's also doing a live gig. The next one is in Hertfordshire if you're around the area It's in Letchworth at the Platform, and it's on the 10th of March. Sophie's gonna advertise this on her socials, so be sure to follow her socials and then you'll get up to date with every gig she's doing and future music she's releasing too. So here is a little clip from her YouTube. It's Sophie Celeste performing her new single, Escapism.
What did I expect? If I accept less, start to be second best, forget to reflect and forget my respect. Now I'm drowning in my feelings, feeling kinda queasy. Nothing in life's easy. So much time has passed now. I needed to ask myself where the sand has slipped through my hands now. And I can't deal with other people. I can't deal with their emotions, can't deal with the commotion. When I'm with them, I'm lonesome, that's all I have known. So I guess I'm on my own, so where has your self-love gone? You sung to your own song. I just need to relax, nobody texts me back. Need to make my own track.
So this next artist is also responsible for making some very mellow and very cool kind of electronic infused sounds. She goes by Denney, but she also goes by Denney Music or Denney Music UK on her social platforms. So the track I'm going to show you and the one that was added to the playlist is called Run. It was recorded with a producer and another artist as well, and he's called Kaizan Blu. And this song is really nice and really unusual as well. So it introduces, and it feels kind of like what you'd hear in like an arty dystopian film as a soundtrack. It's very atmospheric. She's got beautiful soft vocals and the introduction is quite nice. It's got that kind of vintage crackling of vinyl records, and there's some elements of electronic music that come in and out that are really beautiful, and it just mixes so well. So it's a really atmospheric song, and the singer's vocals just come in and mix so well with the electronic components that have been put in there. There's actually two versions on there, so there's like an unplugged version which feels a little bit more organic, and then there's one that's been kind of through maybe more rungs of production, or at least sounds more produced, but they're both really beautiful, and I suggest you go and listen to them. She's actually on the up, so you should follow Denney for her upcoming music and gigs, because she's been featured recently on BBC Introducing, so a lot of her music is definitely getting out there and you'll see her playing at loads of places very soon. And here's what I'm going to show you. It's a lyric video for Run that was released fairly recently. So here is a lyric video for Run, and this was by Denney and also by Kaizan Blu.
Gun, and I'll make you pay for the things you've done to me. To me. On your knees and you still blame me. Did you think I'd stay just to let you leave?
Alright, so next up we have Elie Rees. That's Ellie with one L. This is another very talented singer-songwriter from the UK. So Ellie is a punk folk kind of singer-songwriter, and she has had a few different albums out. She most recently released an album a little while back now, and it's called Gold Dirt, and I've only just recently found it, so I thought I'd highlight it to you as there's some really great tracks on there. So the album itself actually did really well. It was on the singer-songwriter charts on iTunes and all that sort of stuff. It's had a great reception, and I think Ellie is actually working on new music at the moment, but I just thought I'd go through some of the stuff she has released because it's definitely worth checking out. So you can actually buy the album still. It's on Bandcamp. Again, the link you need for that is below, and I'm going to show you a track from the album, the one that's called Gold Dirt. It's kind of a traditional folk song. It's got a very lovely orchestral kind of arrangement to it. And Ellie's got this very beautiful and bright and kind of captivating voice, and it works very much in a narrative way where she's going through the kind of trials and tribulations and challenges that she's faced, or maybe a general person has faced. And the song has that really infectious attitude of tackling kind of trouble and challenges in a sort of upbeat and optimistic way. So it's a really great song, really worth listening to. So here is a little bit of Gold Dirt from Ellie's album of the same name. If you enjoyed that, then please be sure to follow Elie Rees on social media and on her streaming platforms. Okay, and finally we have Emily Mell. So Emily has her own website, she has socials, she has streaming platforms, she has everything. And luckily for me, a lot of the artists that I'm featuring this month's episode actually have Linktree kind of associations. So if you see the links below to Linktree, that'll just take you to all of their links that you can catch them everywhere. Emily has a website and her listings for 2022 are going up very soon, so be sure to go and follow her there. She has just released a fantastic song, it's called Here and Now, and then in brackets, The Amelioration Part 3, and I think that's part of a kind of musical project she's been working on, and this being the third part of that, obviously. So both Emily and her music are doing really well. So she's been featured on BBC Essex Introducing, and her music's really blowing up. And I can kind of understand that with her new single Here and Now. So it has a really kind of jazz influenced, laid back, instrumental backing, and Emily's really soft and delicate vocals mix so well with it. The song kind of introduces a lot of different elements in a very subtle way, and it's really cool to listen to. And her voice kind of reminds me of soulful but kind of also relaxed singers, so maybe someone like Corinne Bailey Rae, or more recently someone like Mahalia. It's really nice kind of feel to the song, and really well produced, and I really like it. So here is a little bit of Here and Now, The Amelioration Part 3 by Emily Mell.
We all have abilities to change our perspectively. Blinded empty eyes of future in lost dreams. There's no need to slow down, just follow. We just keep it positive, living need no politics. We just need each other, one another, loving freely, windows down, music up, let's play it loud, no drama, just living in the moment.
If you enjoyed that, then please be sure to go and check out Emily and her music, and all the links you need are down below. Okay, so thank you for watching my monthly music guide, where I go through lots of talented musicians you might not have heard of and some fantastic releases they've got out. There's loads of talented music out there, kind of far away from the very commercially known ones, and people that are releasing some great music that you might really love. And hopefully this is one format where it might highlight some people you've not heard of and you really enjoy, and you can support them in a real way, like by buying their music or going to gigs and that sort of thing. And if you do like some of the music I featured, then all the music present is on a Spotify playlist I've made, and that covers everyone who's been in the series from the very beginning, and there's about 100 songs now, so it's coming on really well. One last thing to mention, I'm now on Twitch. So if you like any of my music or my content, I'm going to stream every week on Twitch, and the link you need for that is also down below. Thanks very much, take care of yourself, and I'll see you next time.
I've waited so long for a kiss I might have missed. She wears docks on her feet.